What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm about to be teaching you the spiritual truth about your soul. They've been targeting me so much to the point where I had to switch phones because the phone I'm using, they keep playing with it and tampering with my phone, so I'm not able to post. So anyways, what I'm about to do to y'all today, y'all, is teach you about your soul. Your soul is very powerful, and you're literally an opposing force of duality. And this is what the Garden of Eden snake shows you. It shows that if you're not a religious person, you're able to meditate, you're able to connect to your higher self through natural practices from the ancestors, which is why the serpent represents the sperm when a person is about to plant the seed to give life. Same way people live, people die. And when people die, people gotta leave the spiral, leave out the spiral of the back of their head when they die. So the soul rise up into like a serpent form. This is why you see serpent symbolism everywhere. All the serpent means is transformation and rebirth from something dying so it can become something powerful. Just like caterpillars die and they wake up and they realize they're butterflies, so they fly out the cocoon. Just like how a lot of times, so even like, here's how I want to explain it. Our souls are literally what you could call a cocoon, or what you would call a turtle shell. So when you dream, you are basically in your own subconscious mind, but you're in your own reality, and you can't bring that reality with you when you wake up. That's the same way with death. We literally live in a brain, in a brain, in a brain. And this is why our brains are so powerful, because you see, quantum computers are process information just like the brain can. It processes and it releases information just like brains do. And a lot of technology was created with the same formula. You see, the left brain, right brain. This shows who you are. This shows what Earth really looks like. The snake sits at the Garden of Eden. The snake represents Satan. Satan represents Saturn. So what does Saturn represent? Santa. Where is Santa located, right? North Pole. That's your soul. That represents your soul sitting at the North Pole, waiting for it to be open when your physical body pass on and you reach your 7 layers, or what they call the heavens, your 7 heavens. That's already within yourself. Our brains naturally produce light through darkness, which is why our physical bodies have to pass for our souls to enter through the layers of these different realms to find out which one is for us. Each time we die, we get more powerful, just like it shows you in the 7-headed dragon. You see what I'm saying? This is what they don't want you to know. The quantum computer shows you the same way the ancients depicted what the earth looked like. You see what I'm saying? They all claim it's all flat, mixed in with round, except for NASA. NASA's the only liars of the whole thing. Notice how the Norse, the Hebrew, the Japanese, the Sumerian, the Hindu, the Incan, the Mayan, they all show the same thing of how Earth looks. They made all of these depictions showing you that you can't physically leave the Earth. The only way you can really leave the Earth is through the pineal gland, the spirit, the soul. I'm going to show you where you leave, right? This pineal gland shows you where your soul is, and this same light that you see is at the North Pole. This same light that you see is literally the Jesus cross. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you something, y'all. This is literally the cross right here. This is a rock that represents the seat of the soul, or where your soul sits at, which is the brain of the earth. So this earth is literally a layered brain. And we live out through all these different 7 lifetimes just in a different perspective of life. Each time we die, we enter one of our 7 chakras, and the 7th chakra is the last before we can reach the real earth, the peaceful, lucid state earth before it was destroyed. This is deep shit right here. Because as you see, the cross is right here. The cross literally has it. The cross itself is literally the left and right hemisphere of the brain. This is why you see the Jesus cross have 2 planks holding itself together. The brain, left brain and right brain, need each other in order for your soul to function. You see what I'm saying? See, they trying to mess with the internet, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, they know what the truth is. They already know. They know what the truth is, y'all. They messing with the internet. But anyways, y'all, this is basically the Jesus cross. The reason why this is the Jesus cross is because it literally represents the emerald tablets. The left side, the right side. You meditating can connect you to the both sides of your brain. And when you use them, it's literally you connecting to your higher self to help you prepare to leave the body while you're on earth and when you leave the earth. This is why meditation is so important. And this is why they show you everything in a flat, round surface, because they didn't teach that heaven was a physical place in the sky. They taught that the heavens was space. But that space ain't outside of ourself. This is why when you look at space, it's all dark. But when you look within yourself, you're going to realize space is already within you. We are made of stars. We are made of all different types of cells and different types of dark matter energy. This is why they don't want us to know who we are. There's power in it. When you find out that your soul is literally connected to everything, that literally not only just lowers your ego, but it helps you build and create community within yourself and other people to teach the same knowledge. Because tell me how everybody saying the same thing except for NASA. How to earth the eyeball. It's because we live in a brain. We live in a dream, y'all. This is the truth. We live in a dream. This is why dreams feel so real. And then when you wake up from them, you can't bring your dream self to the physical. And you can't bring your physical to the dream. It's like you gotta sleep in order to have these cosmic experiences. Lucid dreaming and astral projection, you would have to be asleep. Which is why death, the whole definition of death is awakening. This is why they don't want us to, this is why they want people to fear death and think it's demonic, because Reaper really means repair. Because when you, just like how when you see, let's say for instance, the Reaper holding the scythe, right? The scythe is a harvesting tool, but the scythe also represents the original time. What most people don't realize is that when you seek the truth of death and what death really is, and if you not fear it and you see it as a way of transitioning to a higher realm, you can actually connect to higher knowledge. You can connect to cosmic forces. And this is why they want people to fear death. Because death is awakening. It's waking up. When you die in a dream, what happens? You wake up to another world. And this is what the truth is after death. You wake up to multi-dimensions. Each time you die, the 7th time you die, that's when you get to the real world. But if you haven't completed all 7 yet, you still have to die and probably come back until you mastered all 7 of your chakras, or you mastered your highest version of yourself that the universe is okay with. Y'all, this is who we are. We're multi-dimensional beings that's experiencing itself through Earth. So we're basically a sleeping God inside of a brain that through the physical. That's insane. That's deep right there. This is why you would always see this, y'all.